Hello YouTube, and over grade 12 here. Been watching some videos on YouTube and just want to kind of do a general overview of everything that I've been watching and make comments about. And this is all going to kind of go to one guy. He's cropped up under my radar again, or into my radar again, and I kind of washed my hands of him a while ago, but because something that he did was just hypocritical and just so sleazy. He just disgusted me, but you know, he's still bantering away about how inept and how ignorant he is, so had to say something. Stigmadine, whatever your name is. I'm just gonna call you Stig from now on. Alright, Stig, here we go. When you go to put a YouTube video out and let everybody see it, and then you start blocking comments because you're being criticized, it's despicable, man. It's disgusting. If you don't want the criticism, don't put the YouTube video out. That's just retarded. That's why you do a public forum of something, is because you want to put it out there and let everybody else look at it, but you don't want the criticism? Or what you will say is criticism and you want to block them because they happen to be more intelligent than you and are actually proving their point? I think that's what the real reason is. That's why most of you creationists and you Bible thumpers do the exact same thing. You disable ratings and you block comments. Because you're all a bunch of chicken shit. You can't take any criticism. That is why science works better than you. Because that's how science works. I put something out there scientifically and say, hey, you know, this is an idea, this is what I thought. And then my peers look at it and go, no, you are wrong, you are incorrect. It just drives me nuts. This way, you can go around with your own set of ideas and dogmas in your head and never, ever think you're wrong. Never think you're mistaken. Take Nephilim Free, for example. That's all he does. He has all of his little fanboys parading around him going, yes, Nephilim, nice job. You just totally destroyed that person. But anybody wants to comment on it with the rest of the little fanboys, they don't get to. So this comes down to a freedom of speech. And like anything that has to do with the hardcore religious people, the fundamentalist Christians, the fundamentalist Muslims, is they try to shut down free speech. Left, right, and center. And that's what you're doing. You're censoring what comes onto your channel. You're censoring what is said to you. That is a hindrance for freedom of speech. Because someone doesn't like your opinion, or you don't like their opinion, you come across as being weak that way and childish. You know, that old bit of, if I hide my head under the blankets, I can't see the monsters, so they can't see me. So, I am a big proponent of freedom of speech. I believe you should be able to say what you want, when you want, how you want. Until it comes to hate speech. But my buddy Metal Skin Studios, he did a really good video about that. I'll put it down in the description bar. Just asking Christians some questions about hate speech, which I happen to agree with. And to a degree, I don't believe in hate speech totally, but I do believe that there is a point that if you're inciting people to hate other people, then yeah. If you have that much power, then yes. You need to be taken down a couple notches. But anyways, that's beside the point. Freedom of speech, 100%. That's why when the Westboro Church won that thing about freedom of speech by protesting in front of funerals, I agreed with. Unfortunately, it sucks. Unfortunately, it is horrid and despicable and disgusting, and it just drives me up the wall. How ignorant and stupid these people are. But they have a right to spout off what they want to say. As for the freedom of speech thing, I think I've said what I need to say. You need to start letting people comment and say what they want about your videos. Quit being a little chicken shit. Now, when it comes to your comments about whores and gays and all that other stuff, that's my next one, is freedom of choice. What gives you the right to tell me what to do with my body? What gives you the right to judge me? You don't. According to your own law, that is for him to do. That is for God to do. God does the judging. I've said this a billion times, man. You Christians don't understand what the first 5 letters in Christians mean. You don't follow Christ at all. Because Christ went down with the whores and the thieves and all that other stuff. He wallowed down with them. And yes, he was trying to convert them and save them. But I think he was just also trying to show that, hey, you know what? You need to love everybody. You need to love and respect everybody. But you don't do that. You don't follow Christ's word at all. Stig, you need to pull your head out of your ass and start realizing that what you choose is fine for you. What everybody else chooses is fine for them. It's their choice. And one, by making prostitution illegal, all you're doing is making it worse for everybody that is in that industry. Johns and the prostitutes alike. That if it was legalized, then people would be safer. And I think the numbers would go down a little bit more. I don't think it would just all of a sudden open up the floodgates and every woman in the entire United States and Canada would all of a sudden want to be hookers. I can't see that. Because it doesn't happen now. Why doesn't every woman flock to Nevada and start working in Vegas? Because they don't want to. But that's their choice. And good on them. And the women that want to be part, or the men that want to be part of the sex industry, good on them. It's their life, their body. They can choose to do with it what they will. Freedom of choice and freedom of speech. Well, freedom of speech is something that should be 100% given no doubts, no facts. Just say what you want. Freedom of choice, well, as the great George Carlin said, is an illusion. It's an absolute illusion. Because you don't get a freedom of choice. You honestly really don't. Because there's laws stopping you from doing a whole bunch of things that shouldn't be illegal. So Stig, sorry, I almost called you by your whole name, which I still don't know what it is. So Stig, chew on those words for a while. Get back to me. Let me know what you think. You sit there and spout off, you keep putting us all into the same category. That's because you all spout off the same stupid rhetoric, which doesn't mean shit. You sound just like Nephilim Free, who sounds just like Venom Fang X, who sounds just like Shock of God, who sounds just like any of them. Bahrain Beacon. Yeah. You just blow my mind, Stig. You just blow my mind. You need to quit being ignorant. Because that bliss isn't good. Because ignorance is bliss. But knowledge is freedom.